exclusively on the Live the Dream Media Network.
Thank you for tuning in to the Live the Dream Media Network. Our featured broadcast will begin shortly.
Of her waist, palm sweat, can't wait. She leans into me, oh yeah. I grant her a dream, 'cause I'm a lover boy at heart. I'm a lover boy at heart. Screaming down Main Street, headed for the lake. Toots on bikini and an attitude change. Stands up tall with the wind in her face, saying boyfriend that way. She leans into me, oh yeah. Crank it up loud, we're coming in hot. Will and Ron ready to give it all we got. NFL smash, NBA flash, MLB roar. Every week we kick down the door. We're talking sports, hey, with Will and Ron. We're talking sports, yeah, all night long. From the gridiron thunder to the hardwood fire, we break it down louder, take it higher. We're talking sports.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of We're Talking Sports with Will and Ron right over there.
Hey,
there he
good
is.
morning.
Good
Look
morning,
at that.
buddy. How are you?
Look at this shirt. Isn't this a beautiful
That
shirt?
is a nice
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kyle Carson. Okay.
Yeah. So today we're talking sports, but we're talking a sport that we don't really dwell in too much here.
No.
Yeah.
Honestly, I went to a NASCAR race, and this morning I was trying to think when that NASCAR race was. I think it was about 20 years ago I went.
Yeah?
So,
Okay.
yeah, it's been a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah. My cousin's big into NASCAR.
Well,
So
why
I
don't
went
you
up with
introduce
him.
our guest?
Our guest is Ron Kirk from Arcadia Landscape, and he is our NASCAR aficionado.
I wouldn't say aficionado, but I mean, I've been around the sport longer than I can remember.
Okay.
Yeah. So tell us everything. No, I'm not kidding. Tell us everything you know.
All right. Well, for some of the people that are not NASCAR fans, NASCAR, Mr. Bill France Sr., he's the one that created NASCAR. So NASCAR
He's
was
credited as the founder.
yes, and believe it or not, Mr. France Sr. he started NASCAR with no money, zero, none, and he got investors, and he built his first track, and his first track was at Daytona, Florida. So he started that, and the reason he started that is because back in the 30s and the 40s, NASCAR was invented by bootleggers, where the bootleggers were running moonshine and they were running from the cops.
Right.
So Mr. Senior thought, hey,
It was almost like Dukes of Hazzard.
yes, in a roundabout way. I don't think the Du Bois are running moonshine, but
That was the PG version.
yes, yeah, the
Uncle
family
Jesse would
version.
never allow
Right,
it.
Uncle Jesse won't allow it.
So NASCAR right now, it stands for the National Association of Stock Car Auto Racing. And it was established back in 1948.
You're right.
Ron you were like 12. Right?
I was just turned 19 back in 1948. Yeah. February 15th, 1948, in Daytona Beach is when their first race was.
That
their
is
first
correct.
official race.
But all right, so since you did your notes, let me ask you this: what kind of grounds did they race on? Was it clay? Was
Oh.
it dirt? Was it asphalt? What was it?
I would say it was dirt.
No.
No.
You're close. But
Okay.
no. They actually started racing on the sand of the beaches of Daytona.
Really?
That's where they started.
Wow.
That'd be an interesting race, for handling the cars and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's when, if anybody knows, well, everybody knows Dale Earnhardt. Who does it? Do it for Dale, right?
Yeah.
So Dale Earnhardt Sr., that's how he started. He started racing into that, and then he started racing on the dirt track circuit in the number 8 car. And then as time goes on, Junior was just kind of, or actually Dale Earnhardt Sr. was just kind of just mulling around in the auto racing, you know, watching his dad and doing things a lot of that sort.
Sure.
Dale Earnhardt's dad is named Ralph Earnhardt. So when Dale Earnhardt Jr. came up and started racing, he started racing his dad's number, which is the number 8, and he was sponsored by Budweiser.
Okay.
So unfortunately, Earnhardt passed away, but Earnhardt is what made NASCAR what it is today.
Yeah.
He
was the big name.
He was.
Yeah.
He was. And everybody thought that Dale Earnhardt was going to be a nobody. Richard Petty thought the same thing. Cale Yarborough. Bobby Allison. They all thought Earnhardt wasn't going to go anywhere, but actually Earnhardt's the one that made NASCAR. When it came to apparel, Teresa Earnhardt, his wife, she's the one that got him to start apparel. He was the first driver that ever had apparel out there.
Oh, okay.
So that's where the apparel and the merch, I guess people call it.
merch,
That's
sure.
where the merch came from. It all started with Mr. Earnhardt himself.
Wow. Well, we learned something today, Ron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gentlemen, I can do this all day.
Yeah. Well, good. We've got
Or at least for an hour.
An hour.
Right. So it's like baseball. So baseball runs off of a point system, correct? By bases.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Runs. Yeah.
Okay. What about soccer? Soccer is how does that score? Because I don't
Goals.
watch soccer.
Yeah.
Okay, goals, right?
Same thing.
NASCAR
points,
has
yeah.
the same thing, but they do theirs on a point system of how many laps you led, how many wins,
Okay.
how many losses. Also, you can also have your points deducted by unsportsmanlike conduct, cheating. They get fines and so forth. So that's how their point system operates. And then they have, like right now, it comes up. I want to say September is when they start the Clash, where the top 10 drivers are in the point system, and whoever gets the top points can win the race. But Daytona, when it comes to Daytona, it's like the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is the last football game of the season, right?
Right.
Whoever wins, that's who gets the trophy. Well, in NASCAR, it's the very first race of the season, which is the Daytona 500. That's the biggest race. And if
Okay.
you win that, you get a pot load of money.
Okay.
You get a lot of points, and you get this huge trophy. Dale Earnhardt Sr., he is 7 times. He is one that went. He's won at the time. It was called Winston Cup, but they did away with that because of tobacco reasons. You know where that's going.
Sure. When is the first race of the season?
February. For some reason, I want to say it's like the 16th.
Till mid-February.
Yeah.
February.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's the very first race of the season.
And when's the last race of the season?
The last race, so the Phoenix race, which is coming up in October, they'll have the next race after that, which will be, I believe, in Homestead, Florida.
Okay.
And that's the championship race.
Oh, wow. So like the end of October then.
Right.
Yeah.
So for years, NASCAR has always had the championship race at Homestead, Florida for years because of the weather and the track, because the track is huge. Well, NASCAR in their round table meetings come up with this genius idea, which I thought was somewhat pretty smart, is let's share the championship race with other tracks.
Oh, okay.
So they switched it from Homestead to Phoenix.
Oh, cool.
Phoenix International
So
Raceway.
Avondale.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And they had the championship race there for it was going to be a 5-year contract, and then they decided to do it for 1 more year, which was last season. Yes, last season.
Okay.
Now this year they switched it back to Homestead for another 5 years.
That's cool.
But after that, they don't know if they're going to bring it back to Phoenix or not. A lot of the drivers were upset because they switched the track from Phoenix to Homestead because they liked the Phoenix track because of the weather. Because, I mean, the temperature is always about the same. and we very rarely get rain, so it hardly ever rains out.
Yeah.
So, but the drivers are going to do what they're told to do.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
But it's a good idea, just from the marketing standpoint and everything, to have it on different sides of the country. Switching it back and forth. That way, you should grow market share by doing that, and that's probably the reason.
Well, yeah.
Not only
kinda agree with
weather and stuff like that, but just having it, switching it up into different locations. You're going to grow your audience. You should.
You are, but the problem is with a lot of the tracks, like I'm going to use Phoenix, for example. I used to know the president of the Phoenix International Raceway, and she just got promoted and got moved to Chicago. So, but what she was finding is that since they took the championship away from Phoenix, their revenue now has dropped dramatically.
Sure.
What I mean by that is, let's use campers, for example, and I'm one of the camp. I camp there from Monday to Monday. I take my RV.
Wow.
I've got a 47-foot fifth wheel. I go down there, and we have our spots, and we camp for a whole week. In their campground, it's only one of 2 tracks, I believe, that you're allowed to camp from Monday to Monday. A lot of them, you go there to camp, and you got to leave that day at the end of the race.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So Phoenix has it. When they had the championship race, there was over 7,700 RVs.
Wow.
Each average RV spot is $256, and I have 3.
Oh, okay.
So just think. So now they have
almost $1,000 and
yes. So now they have eliminated 2 large camp spots for RVs because they're not going to fill them up.
Mm-hmm.
So now their revenue has dropped. So now they're not going to have the fans. They're not going to the fan base.
Yeah.
So yeah, it can take a turn either way, good or bad or indifferent.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right. Let's see. We're at. We're still good on time right now. So I have here the points.
Okay.
Okay.
And you know what? So do I, Mr. Pena, right here.
I have the
And-
top 10 racers.
Do you?
Yes.
Well, let's hope they all match.
Yeah. See if Google did us right.
Right. So I'm looking number 1 right now. We got
Denny
Hamlin.
Denny Hamlin drives the number 11 for FedEx.
Yeah. 842 points.
Uh-huh.
Is that with, or you still add the 167 stage points to that?
No, you don't.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So why do they have the stage points? At which time do they?
So here's how stage points work. So back when I started watching NASCAR, with my dad, they never used to have stages. They would just say, for example, Daytona 500. These guys would get in their car and they're driving 500 laps solid. The only time they're stopping is for pits.
Right.
Now they changed it to where you got stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So these guys will run, and all tracks are different. So I'm just going to throw numbers out there. They may have stage 1 coming in running 123 laps. They may, and then they come in, and then they fuel up. Eat their Snickers bar or whatever they want to eat. They get their fuel.
Yeah, you don't want them to be hangry.
No. And then they'll come back out. They all line back up again. They choose what lane they want to go in because there's an arrow on the track. So when the cars come out on the track and the pace car's up in the front, there's an arrow on the track. And that arrow, the driver decides, do I want to go low or do I want to stay up high? And once you go beyond that arrow, that's where you're at. So the stage points are only for that particular race.
Okay.
From last time, since they started this stage thing, that's what I read and the information that I received. They only use the points by leaders for how many wins you have under your belt, so forth and so forth.
Okay. Well,
Did that answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It does, yeah.
All right. Now there is a gentleman in here that I don't know if anybody knows,
Okay.
and he drives a number 48 car, and he's from Tucson, Arizona.
Oh, really?
And his name's William Byron. So if you watch NASCAR, watch number 48. He is a Tucsonan by heart. And he's doing okay. I mean,
Does he still live here and train out of here? Or
No.
Okay.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of these NASCAR drivers and owners are either from North Carolina or they're from South Carolina.
Okay.
So that's where a lot of, because that's where
they're training at and everything.
Yeah. Matter of fact, like Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s DEI, they call it. That's before he died. I mean, he had built a museum and everything on his property. And he is built in Kannapolis, North Carolina.
Okay.
So, but when he died, Teresa Earnhardt shut the museum down Nobody goes in there. And the only time it's
Really?
opened is only 2 days a year. And that is Daytona 500, the week of the Daytona 500, and Earnhardt's birthday, which I'm not mistaken. I believe Earnhardt's birthday is April the 11th.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
so I'm looking here at William Byron. Right now, he's in 12th place.
Yes. So he's not doing too bad.
Yeah.
And he's still got a few more races under his belt. Denny Hamlin, he's a great driver. Tyler Reddick, he's okay. Now, let's go down here. A lot of people probably don't know. For some of you NASCAR people that don't watch NASCAR, Ty Gibbs. Does anybody recognize that last name?
Yeah, Gibbs.
Well, yeah.
Yep.
For Joe
And who-
Gibbs.
Exactly.
Didn't Joe Gibbs own a racing team, or was he involved with a racing
Coach
team?
Gibbs? Coach Gibbs?
Yeah.
Coach Gibbs, as you, and both you know, because you're big football fanatics
Yeah,
like I am.
Redskins.
Yes. He was the head coach of the Redskins for
won-
many, 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 many years.
Won 2 Super Bowls, I believe.
Was it, two?
Was it 2?
Or 3?
It was 2, I believe.
2? Okay. Well, anyway, so he decided to start his own NASCAR team. I'm assuming it was money. I mean, there's a lot of money in NASCAR.
Yeah.
A lot of money in NASCAR. So he started doing that, and he's doing very well. Well, Ty Gibbs is his grandson.
Oh, cool.
And
Okay.
it's number 54. He's sponsored by Monster Drinks. So, yeah. So Ty Gibbs is doing very well for a very young man that he's in there. My
Nice.
driver is number 5, Kyle Larson, drives Hendrick Motorsports. Kyle Larson has done what they call, he has attempted to do what they call the 1100. What the 1100 is Kyle Larson goes to the Brickyard or Indianapolis 600.
Okay.
Okay. Formula One.
Yeah.
Hendrick owns that car.
Oh.
So he has to get in that car.
I've been on that track.
He's got to drive that car 600 miles,
Wow.
immediately get out of his car, get in a helicopter, and fly to the Daytona 500 and race that one for 500 miles.
Wow.
And that's where the 1100 comes from.
wow.
Yeah. And he's attempted it once and didn't succeed due to rain.
That would be physically grueling. That would just be. I mean, people don't understand. It takes a lot out of you to.
Does he sleep on that
To drive
helicopter ride?
I'm a-
I imagine that he's just
You'd
sleeping
have
the
to.
whole
I'm
way.
assuming he
Eat and
would.
sleep.
Yeah, I'm
I mean, you'd
assuming
be
he
worn
would.
out after 500 miles. You'd be worn out after 200 miles.
Well, my son, and you've done it too. My son
Did the driving experience?
he did up in Phoenix. We did it for his birthday, and it was him and my 2 other boys. We paid for it, of course, and it was expensive. And then I was going to drive one of the cars, but we gave it to my son's girlfriend, let her drive the car. And they were all out on the track. There's a bunch of other cars out there, and you're only allowed to do 5 laps. And so my son and the guys that were running it said, "Hey, if he," because I asked him, I said, "Well, what happens if he's out longer than 5 laps?" "Well, we charge you for it." I looked at my wife like, hell.
But everything's on your headset.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So
I mean, they tell you when to shift and everything. You don't have
No.
a speedometer or anything. You just have the RPMs on there.
They do.
You get up to a certain RPM and he says shift, and you shift to the next gear.
well,
Because
according
he's up in the tower.
right.
At
well-
least I was at the Georgia Motor Speedway.
the Georgia one.
So in
the Rusty
Atlanta.
Wallace one, the Rusty driving experience.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Well, my son was out there. He's running laps. All my other 2 boys already came in because they did their 5 laps. And then his girlfriend came in. And then we're standing around, and my son was driving the number 12 RT car, the Dodge. And I asked the guys out there, I said, they're talking, and they're talking about the number 12 car. And I said, "Are you talking about the 12 car that's probably still on the track?" They're like, "Yeah, you know him?" I said, "Yeah, it's my son." I go, "Wow, what's going on?" They wanted him to stay on that track because there was 2 team owners from NASCAR up there watching. And my son wound up doing 12 laps.
Wow, okay.
So what happened, it's a funny story. What happened was my son's driving down the track, and all these cars are passing him, and he's not used to this. My son got mad. He slapped it in 3rd. He nailed it, slapped it in 4th, and he's wound up doing 156 miles an hour going around this track.
That's how fast I was going. That was my top speed. Was
He said he was
156.
flying.
Yeah, it starts pulling you to the outside of the track.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
It's grueling.
it is grueling. It is.
You know, and
It is.
people
You're
say, "Oh,
fighting it the whole time.
I know people are like, well, NASCAR is not a sport. Well, how do you figure that? Because you got to be in top physical condition to do that job. You know what I mean?
And you're in that full suit, so you're just sweating. You're
it's hot in
soaking
there.
wet. Yeah.
It's hot in those
Yeah.
things. They even have heat shields on the bottom of their heels of their feet because the floorboard gets so hot because
yeah.
of the transmission. You know,
Yeah.
so and then a lot of them won't drink water. I'll give you an example. Kyle Busch, may he rest in peace. Kyle Busch he would literally dehydrate himself 2 days before the race would start, so he didn't have to go to the bathroom.
Wow.
And I bet you'll never guess how some of these drivers go to the bathroom. Anybody want to take a guess?
The word depends. Huh?
They got something attached to them. Let's leave it at that.
Okay.
And they either do it that way, and I've also been told by some of the drivers they actually do it in their fire suit. You got to think. You just can't stop and go, "Hey, can we stop?
Right,
I got to go to
right.
the
You just
bathroom."
keep going,
You
yeah.
know, you got to
So
keep
no Taco
moving.
Bell before the race.
Exactly. Well, Will Pena would. He likes Taco Bell.
What's wrong with Taco Bell?
I love Taco Bell. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
So that's what a lot of the drivers do. They don't really drink a lot. They try not to drink too much.
That's so hard on your kidneys and everything.
Oh, it is. It really is.
it's bad.
And if you notice when they're doing interviews, the one thing a lot of they're drinking is if they're sponsored by Budweiser, they're sponsored by Coke, if they're sponsored by
So they're dehydrating
Gatorade.
even more.
Right. So after the race, they get out, but you'll never see them chug it. You always see them
Oh.
sip on it because they're advertising their product
Oh,
that they're
yeah.
getting sponsored by.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, you chug a 20-ounce Coke after a 4-hour race,
And you're
gonna make
completely
yourself sick.
dehydrated? Yeah. Yeah, you get
You're
really
going to make
sick.
yourself really sick.
Yeah.
I myself worked for NASCAR. I worked for NASCAR for 3.5 years. I was part of their fire and safety team back in the probably late 90s.
Okay.
I drove their jet truck. It was a dually that had 300 gallons of jet fuel, and it had a big Jet A helicopter engine
Okay.
on it, and it would blow 2,200 miles an hour winds onto the track. And that was to get all the what they call marbles. Marbles is the rubber that comes off the tire.
Oh, yeah.
And it blows that off the track. It blows the dirt. If the track gets wet,
Dry
it'll
it off.
blow that off.
Yeah.
So I did that for about 3.5 years.
Wow. All around the country?
I traveled to a few of the tracks. I was their lead jet operator for them. Now they are now using gasoline engines.
Okay.
And the reason is because one of the jet trucks a few years back, a driver rear-ended them.
Ooh.
And well, there's more to the story, and I got another story to tell you after we come back from commercial. But it rear-ended them, and the jet truck caught on fire.
Yeah. I could see that.
I don't know if you heard about that or saw it on the news, but it caught on fire, so they did away with the jet fuel. Because you got to think, I mean, you got 300 gallons of jet fuel, and you're driving around the track. I would literally burn 300 gallons of jet fuel in 15 minutes.
Wow.
So when I was in California, I couldn't stop. The tower said you cannot stop. So what they did, which is I wish I would have had a video camera back in the day. They actually had a jet fuel 18-wheeler come up next to me on the track, and they had a guy jump onto my truck, take a hose, and connect it to the
Really?
tank. And he was putting fuel
You
in my
draft
truck.
off of him?
No,
Wow.
side by side.
Well, yeah,
And
yeah.
we were going around the track. He's pumping fuel in it quicker than I can. I mean, quicker than I can burn it.
Wow.
So yeah, that was a scary moment. I tore up. They tore the track down now, but I tore up. There's a track in California, Fontana.
Yeah.
So Fontana was the queen of tracks because it was the second largest track. It was over a 2-mile oval.
Okay.
Since then, they've tore it down. They've turned it into a mall or something. But anyway, they had CART. I don't know if anybody remembers CART. Champion Auto Racing Teams is like Formula One, but it was a step below them.
Okay.
They had them out there practicing, and the tower said, "Hey, we need you to blow off the track, but we need you to get down low." I said, "Okay, great, not a problem," because in California they get a lot of dew. So I'm blowing the track. Well, what somebody didn't tell me is that they had just laid new turf out there for the cameras.
Really?
And I don't know if you know where I'm going with this, but as I was coming around, I could see the turf flying in the air.
Wow.
And the tower got mad at me, and I'm like, well, nobody told me. They made me go out there and relay all that turf back on that grass. Sure did. And I learned my lesson real quick, real fast.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break and thank our wonderful sponsors, such as Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now's the weather for it. Now's the time, right?
That's right. That's
Yeah?
right.
Any specials going on right now?
Not really any specials. We're out
Busy.
there. We're busy.
You're
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
busy keeping you cool all
You're
summer
not-
long.
No free ACs?
No free ACs.
No free ACs. All right. We'll be right back, folks.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
It's July in Tucson. No time to gamble on a cheap AC install. Some of the other AC names got bought out by investment companies and won't stand behind their installs. We stand behind our installs with a 1-year money-back guarantee. Family owned since 2001. Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. Call 520-492-0748 or online at picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Integrity Automotive and Diesel, your Northwest Tucson auto experts. From routine maintenance to engine and transmission repair or replacement, our trusted ASE certified technicians can do it all. Integrity Automotive is also your one-stop shop for diesel service and repairs, and we stand by our work, offering a 24-month, 24,000-mile nationwide warranty. Get back on the road with Integrity Automotive and Diesel. Call 744-9710 or book your appointment online at integrityautorepairs.com.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
Piper Family Painting. We believe great paint does more than just change a color. It protects a home and the people inside of it. From careful prep to the final coat, our team shows up with pride, precision, and respect for your property. We don't rush, we don't cut corners. We paint it like it's our own home, because in this Tucson community, it is. Piper Family Painting, bringing new colors to the Old West.
What's that? No.
You are back.
And we are back.
We're talking
Welcome back
sports.
to We're Talking Sports, and we're talking here with Ron Squared.
Ron Squared, yes.
We got Ron and Ron, the Ron and Ron brothers.
That's right,
Yeah. And we're talking NASCAR right now. We are getting schooled. We're getting schooled right now. We're learning some stuff.
That's right.
Which is
Some stuff.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Actually, it's
Yeah.
it's not just cars driving fast, making a bunch of left turns.
Right.
Right?
No,
Yeah.
it's not. Actually,
There's strategies.
Yeah, they have road courses too, by the way.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of strategies.
You know, I had a cousin back when I was young. I mean, I was a little kid. So this was back in like the early 20s.
Is that when they created dirt?
The 1820s?
Yeah. And he's a big NASCAR guy, a big racing car. Mm-hmm. But he's not a baseball. He doesn't like baseball at all. Baseball's like watching paint dry. And I used to tell him, as opposed to watching cars make left turns. And he used to tell me, if more people watch car racing, they'd know what kind of cars to buy. What do you think of that statement?
I kind of disagree with that.
Okay.
Here's what a lot of people don't know. When it comes to NASCAR, people think, okay, you got Toyotas out there, Chevrolets out there, Fords out there, and now they're bringing back Dodge. Dodge is coming back into the truck series. Matter of fact, Tony Stewart, that used to drive a NASCAR, drove the number 20 Home Depot car. That's another story I'll tell you about later. All these cars they have different bodies. But what people don't know is that the engines and transmissions are all Chevrolet.
Oh, really?
They're all Chevrolet engines,
Okay.
they're all Chevrolet transmissions, and they're all standard transmissions.
Okay.
But the bodies are different.
Okay.
Back in the day, it used to be you pulled in to the pits, you had your team that come out there, they had 5 lug nuts, they took them off, you had a rear tire changer, you had a front tire changer, you had a fuel guy, and they're pumping fuel in, they're changing your tires, they're tearing off wrapping off the front windshield, and they're moving on, okay? They came out with now the Gen 3 cars. I don't know if anybody's ever watched NASCAR lately, but they changed they changed them. They kind of now went with kind of like what Formula One is doing. Formula One comes in, they pull in, they have jacks underneath their car that raises the car up automatically for them.
Wow.
And then they got one tire changer for here, one tire changer for here, one here, one here. And NASCAR, it's similar. And by the way, Formula One has one lug nut in the center.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Huh.
NASCAR took some of that and used it. They don't have the jacks that automatically come up. So you still have to have a jack man that's got to run to the right side and he's got to run to the left side. They still have one tire changer for the front, one for the back. But what they went with was one center lug nut. They didn't do the 5. You start going back in the series, and I still call it the Busch series. I forgot what they call it now, but then you have the ARCA series. So the ARCA series is, anybody ever heard of Cletus McFarland? He's got a YouTube channel. He's got a lot of money, and he wasted it on just nothing. Well, anyway, he got into NASCAR working for Richard Childress Racing. And he's in the ARCA series. ARCA series is kind of like college baseball. And then you're moving up to the MLB. Okay. So in NASCAR, you got ARCA, then you got the one which I still call it the Busch Series, and then you go up to which I still call it the Winston Cup. The Winston Cup's where the big boys are at.
Okay.
So when you start going down to these other two series, the Busch and the ARCA series, they still have 5 lug nuts. Okay. Their cars are not the new modern cars that the new drivers are driving.
Okay.
So they're all, so it is different because they're making it kind of like football. In football, when you're playing football in college, and all of a sudden you go into the pros, it's a totally different ball game.
Sure.
It's
Better
a different-
competition.
Yes, and it's different between night and day. You go to NASCAR, it's the same way.
Okay.
Same identical thing, but the cars are harder to handle. And now they come out with rain tires.
Oh.
So they came out with them, but I've yet to see them on the track when the track's wet. They also have one windshield wiper that's in the middle, which I've yet to see them use that either.
Huh.
Okay.
And if they do drive in the rain, kind of like Formula One, they have one red light in the back that flashes so you can see the person in front of you.
Oh, wow.
But they don't use that if it's not raining.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So also they have a spotter. And if you don't know what a spotter is for each team, they're sitting way up on a tower, way up there. And all their job is to watch their car, and they tell them you can go low, you can go high, you need to stay where you're at, you need to speed up, things of that sort. There's a wreck in front of you, things of that sort. That's that spotter's job. That's why my driver is not doing too well.
Got a bad spotter?
Yeah, I believe he does. Kyle Larson, I don't know what's going on, but from what I'm seeing, it's his spotter. His spotter's just not doing what needs to be done, and that's why Kyle Larson's falling back down in the points. I didn't watch NASCAR for a long time after Earnhardt passed away, because I grew up watching him. He was my idol. He was everybody's idol. You saw that black car, the Intimidator, on the track, and it's like everybody was glued to him. And when he died in 2001 at Daytona, he passed away, and then I thought, you know what? I have no urge to watch NASCAR anymore, because I literally got to sit down and talk to Mr. Earnhardt and Darrell Wattrop together.
Oh, wow.
Them
Cool.
two were best friends. And to me, it was like, I met my goal in life was to actually, and then I'm on the same track with the man in black. Well, when he died, it's like NASCAR is not what it is anymore. And I finally, probably about 8 years ago, I finally got back into it very slowly.
Okay.
And then that's when I started going camping out there. But I don't go to the track and watch the race.
Really?
I don't, and there's a couple of reasons why.
Okay.
One, people, and it's not like football, but and you're gonna laugh when I say this. In NASCAR, when you get people out there that are drinking really heavily,
Sure.
and
There's only like 100,000 of them out there.
Right,
drinking really heavily.
but there are some out there that know how to, drink moderately.
Sure,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But you get some of these people out there, and you start trashing somebody else's driver. I've seen fights happen over that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, full blown fights.
It's like a Raider game.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's just like a Raiders game.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not going to pay $100, $120, $130 for a ticket for me to sit there and watch somebody beat the crap out of one another. That's not why I'm there.
No, that's MMA.
Right. The other thing,
another show.
Right. The other thing is I was diagnosed with PTSD, severe PTSD, because of my previous job, and I can't stand to be around big, huge crowds.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, we went to Buc-ee's a couple of weekends ago, a couple of Sundays ago, and about 20 minutes into it, I just finally told my wife, I got to go, because my PTSD was kicking in. So I try, but if I do go, I'll go with somebody that him and I were in the same industry or the same job, not industry, but job. And so he understands where I'm coming from, and he's kind of like, I don't want to say he's my handler, but he kind of watches out for me, and he can tell when I'm not doing well.
Yeah.
And then he'll pull me away.
Okay.
But he won't tell me. He won't tell me until like when we get ready to leave to go camp to go home. He goes, "Hey, I just want to let you know." I'm like, "Yeah, I get it. Yeah. But I do. If I do go, I'll watch the Busch race That's what I call it. And I watch the truck race because there's not as many fans in the stands for those races.
Okay. And those are kind of, if you will, the preliminary races, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I like going there because I still like to watch them, as you say, Will, making left turns all day. Yeah. I just like to sit there and have a few adult beverages and just enjoy myself because I work all year round and I don't take a day off, and that's my time because it's my birthday weekend. My birthday's in November, so that's why I go. I go for the whole week, and that's it. So yeah.
Nice. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take another break right now, but when we come back, I want to talk to you about something I read this morning.
Okay.
Goodyear making right side tires.
That's correct.
Yep. We'll be right back, folks.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
Integrity Automotive and Diesel, your Northwest Tucson auto experts. From routine maintenance to engine and transmission repair or replacement, our trusted ASE certified technicians can do it all. Integrity Automotive is also your one-stop shop for diesel service and repairs, and we stand by our work, offering a 24-month, 24,000-mile nationwide warranty. Get back on the road with Integrity Automotive and Diesel. Call 744-9710 or book your appointment online at integrityautorepairs.com.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
It's July in Tucson. No time to gamble on a cheap AC install. Some of the other AC names got bought out by investment companies and won't stand behind their installs. We stand behind our installs with a 1-year money-back guarantee. Family owned since 2001. Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. Call 520-492-0748 or online at picturerockschooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Piper Family Painting. We believe great paint does more than just change a color. It protects a home and the people inside of it. From careful prep to the final coat, our team shows up with pride, precision, and respect for your property. We don't rush, we don't cut corners. We paint it like it's our own home, because in this Tucson community, it is. Piper Family Painting, bringing new colors to the Old West.
Oh, hey, we are back. You're watching We're Talking Sports. Check us out every Thursday at 10 a.m. Today we have Ron Kirk from Arcadia Landscape. He is talking everything and anything NASCAR.
Yeah. And a few other things.
And a few other things,
Why
yeah.
not?
We can throw in a couple,
Yeah, absolutely.
few other things, yeah.
Yeah. So
About snakes?
yeah, I was about to bring up snakes
yeah,
right now.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about Raiders and and Washington Redskins and
Yeah, why not snakes? So
snakes are out right now. I see them on the loop when I'm cycling.
Well, matter of fact, I got a call last night at about 9. No, when it was about 8:30. Yeah. And I got a call that there was a gentleman that had a snake in their front yard. And they said, "Oh, it's just a baby. You can come out and get it." All right, I go out there. They got a trash can. It's on a box with a trash can over it, duct taped around the bottom with a jack on top of it. So,
So it won't go anywhere.
I wish I would have had my GoPro because you can't make this up. I mean, this is like redneck. And I go out there and they're trying to talk to me. I'm like, and me, before we get back to NASCAR, me, when it comes to snakes, I take my job very seriously because it's my life I'm putting on the line. And there's times where people will ask me this question and that question while I'm
They're distracting you, yeah.
And I finally have to tell them, look, I need you to be quiet and let me do my job. Once I'm done, you can talk all day, but let me do this first.
You know, it's funny. Ron tells me the same thing when I'm on his podcast. Look, I need you to be quiet. I'm trying to do my job. I'm like,
it's a very serious job.
It
Will.
is.
Yeah, it
Well,
is.
he does that with me when I call him. Hey, why are you calling me all the time?
Anyways,
And now
go
the
ahead.
world knows.
Right.
Yeah, so I
See what I deal with?
So finally, I get this snake. It was a diamondback rattlesnake.
Oh, okay.
And he was probably, camera won't do justice if I try to use my hands. I want to say he was probably about 3/4 of the size of a baseball.
Okay.
Oh.
So it looked like he or she had just eaten, and not happy, not happy
Well, yeah.
at all. Finally, I get it. I get paid. I leave. Well, for the first time, me doing this, and I've been doing this for years, I dropped it off in the desert. It's pitch dark. I got a flashlight, and I let go, and he slithers off. And all of a sudden, I turn to go to the truck, and he curls up. And as I'm walking to the truck, he's rattling behind me. And for the first time, the hair on the back of my neck stood up. It terrified me because it sounded like he was coming at me.
Yeah.
But I knew he wasn't. He was just rattling, but it was loud. And he only had 4 buttons.
Okay.
So he was loud. And it's, like I said, the first time I was like, I was shaking a little bit because I'm like, is he coming at me? But I knew he wasn't. So I was like, I'm just going to go to my truck and do my paperwork.
I've had them come at me before. Some of them are mean. Some of them are mean.
Some of them can be, but
Yeah.
you know, people say, "Oh, well, chase me." Snakes don't chase you. They want to get away from you just as much
Most
as you
of the
want
time,
to get away.
yeah.
I mean,
But
you know what I
sometimes
mean?
they'll come at you.
But now, real quick, before we get back to NASCAR,
Maybe because I look so delicious. I don't know.
That's probably
well,
what it
I
is.
am now talking.
That's what
to
Will tells me.
Well, they
all
like
the time.
rats. Go ahead.
Wow. So the first time right now, I am setting up a thing right now where I'm going to learn how to milk them.
That's right.
And for people out there that don't know what milking is, that's where you're taking the venom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Udders?
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
udders. Yes.
That's where you're grabbing the head of the snake and you're making them bite into a piece of plastic, into a jar or a glass vial. Real quick, if you get bit by a rattlesnake, or even prior to that, call your insurance company. Find out if your insurance company is going to pay for anti-venom, because each vial of anti-venom is $20,000 to $30,000 per vial. I've met people that had to have 2, 3, 4 vials of anti-venom and their insurance would not pay for it. So don't try to save the money and think, oh, I'm going to be a hero and do it myself, because you know what? You're going to wish you didn't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Call the people that know what they're doing. Call Ron over at Picture Rocks Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, and they'll come out and do your snakes for you.
Yes.
I
Call
think,
Ron,
I think my snake wrangling days are over.
and then he'll call Ron.
yeah.
Well, real quick before we get started.
Which I did used to
Yeah.
catch snakes. Yes,
Yeah.
I've caught hundreds of snakes.
So we both go by Ron. So how did you come by your name, Ron? And I can tell you how I came by mine.
I was born and my mom gave me my
No,
name, and I
mean,
said,
what's
okay.
your real name?
Ronnie.
Mine's Ronald.
Yeah.
So you just shortened it for Ron.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. See, a lot of people are named Ron. I was born by my mama. Boy, I tell you what, you are such a little smart aleck. You know what?
I wasn't like 3 and say, I think my name will be.
Well, do something with him.
I've been trying, man.
Take him behind the cherry tree and have an adult conversation with him. No, I was just curious. I didn't, because I just abbreviated mine by Ron, and I didn't do that. It was my office staff that actually started doing it.
Oh, okay.
Started calling me Ron.
Well, they call you lots of things.
Yes.
Yeah, behind my back, I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure that, no, I got a good office staff.
You do.
But you had a question about NASCAR and the tires.
Yeah, well, I was reading this morning that they've. It looks like Goodyear has created a right side tire.
That is correct.
Now, is that different? How is it different from the left side tire?
Because, so what happens in NASCAR, what they have to do for the front end, and it depends on what track you're on, depends on the banking of the track. It depends if it's flat, is it got a high banking on it. What they'll do is they'll take the toe and they'll make maybe the right side, they'll make it come in a little bit more. And then the left side, they'll make it more straight. So that when it's going around the track, it can get more grip
makes
that
sense,
way.
yeah.
So they made a right side tire to
It's
more,
almost contouring the track, right?
that and more maybe like a more softer compound. Goodyear also is doing where you'll see on the lettering of the tires, you'll say Goodyear and you'll see yellow. Well, now they're doing some of them that are in red. So that way it distinguished the tire changers. Oh, we need to put a soft compound tire on here. So we're going to use the red one and we're not going to use this yellow one. So they know which tire is which.
They're color coded.
They also get every time the tires come off, they will scrape the rubber off of it, the compound that's on the tire. They'll scrape it down and they measure how much wear that tire has had on that track to find out, does it need to be more camber, less camber, more toe, less toe, more wedge. Wedge means that they take the height of the car and they either raise it up or raise it down to try to get more grip on the track or less grip on the track.
Yeah.
Because the drivers will say, well, I mean, on the radios, they'll say, hey, I was coming around turns 3 and 4 and my car's loose. Well, that means that
Too much air?
yes.
Yeah.
They need to bring it down some more. So
Right.
you'll see the guy in the back with a wrench, it looks like, and there's a hole in the back of the window.
Oh.
and they roll it this way, or they'll roll it this way to raise it up and down.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I
Yeah.
never knew that.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't know that either. But it makes sense. Yeah. You want to hug the ground because you don't want that air under your car because then you're loose. You're too,
And then they, NASCAR's done a lot of good things for safety features. They say that when you're strapped into a NASCAR, you are safer in that car than you are in a space shuttle.
Oh, space shuttle.
That's the terminology that NASCAR uses. Like if they get into a wreck years ago, fans would get injured by hoods flying off and going to the audience or tires flying off. Now what they're doing is they're using tow straps and they're connecting them to the hood. They're connecting them to the tires. They're connecting them to the trunk lid. They have flaps on the roof and they have flaps on the hood to where if they're going in a circle, it won't cause their car to start tumbling and flipping. So they're doing a lot of things safety feature-wise.
Right.
And then they have restrictor plates. Restrictor plates, because they still run carburetors. So the restrictor plates will run either less fuel or more fuel. It'll allow less air, more air into that carburetor. So the more air you have and the more fuel you have, guess what? You got more horsepower. So now they've put restrictor plates on their NASCAR did, so you can't go over certain miles an hour. But these cars are still hitting on some tracks over 201 miles an hour. They're flying.
Right.
And they're side by side.
So everything's inspected right before the race.
Oh yes, every car goes to an inspection point, and then after the race is over, then they take, I think it's the top 5. They take those and they run those to inspection to see if these guys have been cheating.
Yeah.
Years ago, they accused Jeff Gordon of soaking his tires, and by the way, Jeff Gordon drove the number 24 DuPont car, soaking his tires in a chemical to make his tires softer. So now, they had to inspect that. They're saying that some of these drivers are using a little bit bigger piston in the cylinders, and so they make them tear down the block so they can inspect the pistons.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and they do it all right there at the track. You are not to leave until that car gets inspected.
Wow.
And if you get caught cheating, that you get points taken away, and they hit you and the crew chief and the owner with big fines.
Yeah. Yeah, that was where I was going to go next here, but you guys preempted me on. And NASCAR, they have regulations, obviously.
Oh, yes, big time.
Engine size,
weight, I think.
Weight,
right?
how
Yes.
how high the car could be lifted, how low does it,
Yes.
and all
They
that.
yeah, they have all their rules and regulations. People also think, well, so and so started driving when he was 9 years old, and now he's moved up to NASCAR, and that's true. But a lot of times, let's use Dale Earnhardt for example. Dale Earnhardt found a driver here in Tucson, Arizona, at Tucson Raceway Park, and his name was Ron Hornaday. And Ron Hornaday drove the, I can't remember the truck number, but he drove for Napa in the Truck Series. The Truck Series was invented, and the very first track those trucks ever set place on to test them out was Tucson Raceway Park.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And then they saw it was working, and they took off with it, and it's been a great success ever since.
Nice. All right. So some NASCAR or racing background going on here in Tucson, huh? Here in the old Pueblo.
Yes. I mean, believe it or not, a lot of celebrities come from Tucson. Farrah Fawcett, she had a big home here.
Will.
Will.
Yeah, Will.
Will with 2 L's.
Yeah. So, you get a lot of celebrities that come here, but if you think about it, where's the best place in the world to find racing fans, number one, and drivers? Because of the weather.
Right.
Yeah.
Here in the desert. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we were just talking about that driver that was from William Byron, that's from Tucson.
Yeah.
I never knew William Byron was from Tucson. No clue. And now guess what? Now my wife, she follows him. I'm like, I ain't watching him. I'm watching my boy Kyle. Yeah. I bet money on Kyle.
So why do you like Kyle Larson? Why is he your guy?
It took me many, many years, and that's a good question. It took me many, many years to try to find a driver that I could follow. And a lot of these drivers.
So are you watching their interviews and stuff like that?
I watch that.
Yeah.
I watch how they drive, how they interact. I'll give you an example. And again, Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch, I didn't like. You need to act that way. Because you got kids that are their role model.
Right.
You don't want these kids growing up to act like you. But football's the same way.
Didn't Charles Barkley say he wasn't going to be anyone's role model or whatever? Yeah. Because he's always
There's in the
was
baseball world. There's a lot of those.
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
Barry Bonds.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
notoriously bad with.
But what I will tell you about, you was asking why I like him is because I like how he interacts with the public.
Okay.
The kid, to me, is a kid. Kyle Larson is. The man can drive. The man is good behind the wheel of that car. Again, I think he's having problems with his spotter, but everything in this world can be fixed. He's actually, I think he's won a championship.
Oh.
And then you got some drivers out there that I don't really care for. And we'll go back to him. Denny Hamlin drives a number 11 FedEx car. I don't like him because he reminds me too much of Kyle Busch. Denny Hamlin's got a podcast. And all he does is he blames everything on everybody else other than himself.
And he's the number 1 driver right now.
Right. He blames things, but when he's doing well, my pits, my crews do well. Yeah. My crew chief is doing well. But when something goes wrong, he's always blaming it on somebody else and saying, you know what? My crew was great. My crew chief was great. I'm just a damn butthead.
Had a bad day. Or
Right,
whatever. Yeah.
exactly. But no, they don't do that. And so those are the types of people I don't follow. But to me, it's kind of like, me. For football, if you're a fan, you're a fan. Good, bad, or indifferent. I've been a Cowboys fan as long as I can remember. I don't think I'll ever see a Super Bowl come from them again. But you know
They'll
what?
host some.
Right, but I don't. But I'm a Cowboys fan,
Not
regardless.
as long as Jerry Jones is there.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, Jerry Jones' son's going to do the same damn thing. Yeah. But I'm going to be a fan of theirs, and I always will.
Right,
I'll never jump ship like some people. When if Denny Hamlin's not doing well, oh well, you know what? And you got one driver that's won 3 championships. Oh, I'm going to start following him. Come on. If you're a fan, you're a fan. If you're not, then get the hell out and go find another sport.
Right.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take one last commercial break. When we come back, we're going to finish up here and talk a little bit about this Sunday's upcoming race, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Integrity Automotive and Diesel, your Northwest Tucson auto experts. From routine maintenance to engine and transmission repair or replacement, our trusted ASE certified technicians can do it all. Integrity Automotive is also your one-stop shop for diesel service and repairs, and we stand by our work, offering a 24-month, 24,000-mile nationwide warranty. Get back on the road with Integrity Automotive and Diesel. Call 744-9710 or book your appointment online at integrityautorepairs.com.
Piper Family Painting. We believe great paint does more than just change a color. It protects a home and the people inside of it. From careful prep to the final coat, our team shows up with pride, precision, and respect for your property. We don't rush. We don't cut corners. We paint it like it's our own home, because in this Tucson community, it is. Piper Family Painting, bringing new colors to the Old West.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
It's July in Tucson. No time to gamble on a cheap AC install. Some of the other AC names got bought out by investment companies and won't stand behind their installs. We stand behind our installs with a 1-year money-back guarantee. Family owned since 2001, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. Call 520-492-0748 or online at picturerockschooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
All right, we are back.
We're back after that fantastic sponsor break.
It was nice.
It was nice, yeah.
You know, we need to get a little bit longer break. So, you know, we are currently looking for 2 more sponsors, folks. Two
That's
more
right,
sponsors,
right.
and we can actually walk out and use the restroom and not have to, wait.
That's
Well,
right.
Will,
yeah.
I'd love to sponsor you, but right now I'm sponsoring Ron.
Yeah, and he's on a lifetime contract, so.
Yeah, I can't break that contract.
You know, we allow more than one sponsorship, just so you know.
Yeah, right? Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
you can sponsor more than one program.
oh,
is what I'm
really?
saying, yes.
But what if I want to create my own podcast and have you two as my guest?
Then we'll be there. We will definitely be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So if you're looking
Rocco
for
help fund.
insurance, give Will Pinion a call.
Absolutely. And if you're looking for AC stuff, give that guy right there a call.
Yeah.
And if you have snakes,
Yeah. Or if
Or-
the storms mess up your yard or blow down a tree, call Ron Kirk.
Folks,
over at our
it's the monsoon season. You need to take care of your trees or you're going to have a problem. Trust me.
Yep.
absolutely, yeah. All right, so let's get it. We got about 5 minutes here.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Brickyard 400. What can you tell us about
Indianapolis.
this?
Indianapolis. What do you want to know, Mr. Pinion?
I want to know who's going to win.
Oh, that one
Who's got the
driver.
best shot?
If you want my honest opinion, I
No,
believe,
lie to me.
Okay, I believe I'm going to put it between. I'm going to put it between two drivers. One is going to be Denny Hamlin,
Okay.
and the other one's going to be Kyle Larson. And the reason I say
okay.
Kyle Larson is because Kyle Larson's got experience driving that track in Formula One.
Okay.
So Denny Hamlin, he's got experience on that track too, but only in a Cup car, but not in a Formula One car.
Yeah.
So Kyle's done it both. He's done it Formula One and he's done it in a Cup car. So he's got a lot of experience on that track. So I think he's going to do well. And then one of your viewers mentioned one of the things that helps out on the track is air pressure.
Air pressure. Yep.
And that is correct.
Cowboy Tilly mentioned that.
Yes.
Yep.
And-
he knows a little bit about racing. He
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, air pressure has a lot to do with it. How much grip, but also you got to watch your air pressure because you can also wear out your tires really fast.
Sure.
You know, so and then the tires can wear out again with the angle, the toe and the camber, as we mentioned earlier.
And when you're racing, your tires get hot too.
They do.
Yeah. So
And what a lot of people don't know, it costs a lot of money for these teams to race on these tracks. And I'll give you a good
yeah.
example, the tires. Some of these teams will go through 4 or 5 sets of tires. Each tire will run about $360 to $380 per tire. And these teams have to purchase those tires from Goodyear at the track. They cannot haul them from from their location to here.
because they're approved and everything.
Yeah. The other thing I used to do for NASCAR, how I know a lot about this, is I used to drive the 18-wheeler for Jimmy Johnson's number 48 Lowe's car. And then I drove Jeff Gordon's show car. So when AutoZone was sponsoring him or some other sponsor, I would take a show car to these stores and I would set up a display for them. So I've done that as well. So I've been around NASCAR more than I got, longer. I've probably been alive, I think, sometimes.
All right, so back to the Brickyard here.
Yeah.
Last event's winner, Joey Logano.
Joey Logano, the
Now-
number 22.
Now, does he have any shot at this?
I think maybe because if the temperatures are just right, like they were, say last year or year before, they keep the data of all that. If everything can be almost close, I think Joey Logano, he may have a good shot, but I'm still got my money. If I was going to be a betting man, I put my money on Denny Hamlin or Kyle Larson is going to be the winner. Okay. I don't think William Byron, unfortunately, our Tucsonan guy, number 48, I don't think he's going to have a shot of doing it. I'd like for him to do it. I'd like to see William Byron win the Daytona 500 or win the championship. That'd be great for Tucson.
Right.
But I just don't.
And for William, it'll be good for him too.
Yeah.
Just so you know. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be good for Will Pinion too. But yeah, I think Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin are going to be the top two. If Joey Logano comes in, I'm not going to be shocked.
Yeah.
But I'll be happy for him as well. Joey Logano can drive.
Yeah.
He can drive. He just recently shaved his head. I don't know if he did that to fit his helmet a little better or I'm not sure. But the man can. Joey Logano's good. I didn't like him when he first started, when he was a rookie.
Okay.
But now he's come up in the ranks and he's really showing what he can do. That man can drive.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. And so championship? Who are you looking at here? Who do you think? You think that Hamlin's going to pull it off? Is he going to stay ahead?
Well, right now he's Tyler Reddick. I mean, he's only about maybe 40 points behind.
And we're about halfway through the season, right?
Let's see. Yes,
a little bit further
Yes,
now, aren't we?
yeah, we're a little bit further because.
We're in the 7th month now. Okay.
Yeah, because October I think is going to be the second to the last race of the year. Yeah. I know Kyle Larson. There's no way he can pull off unless he wins every damn race. So I would say probably it's going to be between Denny Hamlin and probably Ty Gibbs, maybe Chase Elliott if you're lucky.
Okay.
For people who don't know who Chase Elliott is, his dad was Bill Elliott. his dad drove the number 9 McDonald's car back in the day, and then Chase Elliott moved up, and now he's driving the number 9, and he's sponsored by Napa.
Okay.
So you kind of bypassed right by Ryan Blaney.
Ryan Blaney's okay. Brian Blaney, if I'm not mistaken, he's the one that drives the number 12 Menards car.
Ford.
Yep. Yep. I think he's going to do well, but I don't think he's going to win the championship.
No.
No, I really don't.
Well, he's in 3rd place right now, and he's about 20 points behind Tyler right now.
Yeah, but if you look at number 21, Ross Chastain, that man can drive. He's the one. I don't know if anybody remembers this or not, but he broke the rules, but there really wasn't no rules. So what he did was he learned this in a video game, and he was on the track, and he literally, to gain more spots to the last lap, he hit the wall and rode that wall with full throttle to gain momentum, and really just rode that wall. And NASCAR come back and they allowed it. But then they come back and said, okay, you can't do that no more.
Okay.
And he learned it from a video game.
Okay.
All right, man. So we're about out of time. Before we leave, though, I do want to give Ron the yellow card.
Okay.
For his participation in today's episode.
I've had a few yellow cards in
What's
my
the yellow card for?
We'll tell you after. We'll tell you after the show's over.
All right, it sounds good. It's
all right, folks. That's it for us today. We will catch you next week on Thursday, 10 a.m. right here on Live the Dream Media Network. Until then, you all have a blessed week, and